It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Everybody's gonna be looking like, what's going on over there? It's gonna be different. A different kind of love. And spirit is like, just open your eyes. Just open your eyes. Get out your head about this one. Just look in front of you. Look at the yellow and the roses in front of you. The strength card was behind that. Tower card behind that. That clarity behind that. Crystal clear. Yeah. The tower card again. The sun card and the Queen of Pentacles. It's a glare if I don't hold it like this. So yeah. Ooh, she wanna go flying out. It's like she pregnant, like the Empress. It's almost like she look pregnant. It's like she pregnant. That's what I see in this card this time. Like a lot of her belly's poking out. She's sitting there in her nurturing energy. Like she's nurturing that. And that little bunny, that white bunny, is representing fertility. And the little black shadowy things behind her, this time it's telling me look like that's part of the past, the shadow and the light. Oh, tonight'll be a good movie night. I ain't gonna be on here too long. It's just me and you. We could talk. Look, we're gonna have to talk on what Sunday. Sunday I'm gonna do phone calls because spirit is like, here, come to this land, and I will open up heaven and pour out an abundance of blessings. I want to do like this, and my hand is, I'm trying to do it, but I'm in the opposite direction. It's like, come here by yourself, and I will pour out an abundance of blessings to you, a financial blessing. When nobody's around you. Nobody's around you to pocket watch. Nobody's pocket watching and judging your money. And where you get that from? Where you get that from? How you get that? It's gonna be like that. Spirit is like, go, and I'm gonna give it to you. We gotta talk on Sunday. Just keep showing up and showing what you know, sharing. The Hierophant fail. And when it fails, like, don't fall off of teaching. Don't fall off of teaching. Teach, teach, teach. Tell your story. Walk in your purpose. Walk in your purpose. Walk in your purpose. This is like the Three of Wands versus the Two of Wands is like a little bit of, and you know, when you listen to other readers and hear their depiction of a card and different scenarios, like they say, you know, Two of Wands is like a mature decision in control and deciding what you're going to do. Three of Wands is more of that feeling kind of lost about moving on. It's like, I got to do something. I got to make a decision. I'm not really sure, but I know I got to go. I know I got to turn my back on this place. Two of Wands is like, I'm where I want to be and I'm making moves about where I'm going to be next. Two of Wands is more sure of where you are. You are where you want to be, and you're looking out at what you thinking about what you're going to do next. This is like, everything's still ahead of me. This is a new beginning. This is the three. Everything's new, and it's like you're young and learning, like navigating this newfound freedom. But the Two of Wands is like, I know what I'm doing. I'm balanced at this now. It's more of a balance begin. Like in the Wands is like, she's balanced. Spirit said go. She's mature. She went. But when you're in the Three of Wands energy, it's like when it first happens. When it first happens, like how did she get in there? She was again. I just saw her. The Fool, the heartbreak, the Six of Swords. All of that had to happen for her to get to be in this Two of Wands energy. I did that trying to put the cards together the wrong way. Just that one card. It's time to get up and create. And sometimes we don't teach. Creation time is coming. All the ideas have been written down. There's going to come a day where you have to execute, Portia. And this is for us. There's going to come a time where you have to execute on all the downloads. That's why you write them down. There's going to be an execution time, right? I need to do something like that. Be sitting, I'm put my crown on, be looking like the Queen of Cups. Execution time is coming. Don't feel like you gotta do everything right now all at once. It's just being ingrained in you, so when the time comes, you know exactly what to do, and there is no wasted time. You're going to be very busy in trying to balance it all out because you already know the million things that Spirit showed you in your spiritual awakening that you are going to do, and you thought I had to do them right now. No, Spirit was showing you your life. You got a preview of your life. You got a preview of your life. You had a preview of you being magical and victorious and creating these things, creating and coming out victorious. And you felt like I had to, look what was behind it. Like I had to get to the end right now. I saw the Page of Pentacles somewhere, but it's like, I thought I had to do it all now, but no, it was more so get ready because this is your life that's coming up. So don't be discouraged about your past, because turn around. This is your life going forward. You've landed here on the shore, leaving their heartbreak behind. Leave the heartbreak at the shore and turn around and walk into the new land and receive that big pentacle. That Tower card just showed in this. Feeling like you were out in the cold is like this major change where you feel like you had to leave everybody out in the cold. We got left in the cold by everybody, but Spirit was showing you the separation and the change and all of that, so you can get to the Six of Wands energy. So it's like, I'm going to show you your life through your spiritual awakening. Write all this stuff down. When it's time to execute and the funds and the creative space have been provided, boom. Right now, heal, get secure in your new identity, because you are going to need to sit in this power, because the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. You're going to have to sit in this power of abundance, and you're going to have to be comfortable. Men leave the house in holy drawers and t-shirts every day. You can't tell them nothing, baby. You can't talk to them crazy. And they got on holy drawers and t-shirts. You need to be in your almost like this divine masculine energy when it comes to your identity, in terms of feeling like you deserve this and it's your time. It shouldn't be some I'm not sure, I'm afraid, I don't trust it, unbalanced energy. You have to go from this to this, saying I got this. I'm not afraid of the dark anymore. I got this. Let me get up and balance this out. Let me do what I know how to do. Let me not push it all away. Let me manage it. Let me get into the flow. So that's what it's going to be like. Get up and rise to the occasion and treat yourself. Treat yourself. Don't feel like, oh, it's not, it failed. Don't fall off. It's like you're going to have to treat yourself when this comes in. You can't be in this energy of I don't deserve it. Oh, maybe not yet. No, treat yourself along the way. Baby, the way I turned 30 and got a one professional massage done in my house, you would have thought I was Zsa Zsa Gabor the way I had myself on a massage envy subscription for my entire 30s. For a decade, I was going to get a massage or two professional a month. I had a massage therapist in St. Louis. When I moved to Dallas when I was 38, I started going to some other places and trying to find me one down there. You couldn't tell me nothing. But I was a single mom. So it was like I knew how to treat myself. I knew how to take a me day and go to the movies. Take myself on a date, basically. This is an all-day date. And I was a big fan of this when I would date guys in my 20s before I got married. Like I would do an all-day date, right? I love fun and adventure. So like if we skip and work or it's a Saturday or something, we doing an all-day date. It was better to skip work and do this, right? Because nobody's out. You get to have everything. You gotta wait in line and all that. And so an all day date could be like, you start off with breakfast, go to an early movie, you go shopping or something, you go do another activity, you just go have fun today. Almost like you skipping school together. You gotta have these playful habits with your divine counterpart. Like that's supposed to be lit. I was watching this couple today constantly prank each other and run up on each other with water guns. We like, empty them pockets, empty them pockets. He got that gun from her and told her, empty your pockets. And so Spirit is saying it's time to go from labor to reward. Labor to reward. That good life. Like, you're not the help. You're not going to be in this back breaking energy forever. It's time to look up and see the sun. Tap into that inner child and look up and see the sun. No more toiling and breaking your back and feeling like everything you do or try to create is just overwhelming. And you gotta trying hard. It's giving that Four of Pentacles energy, and it along with it is like, I gotta keep doing it by myself. I gotta keep doing it by myself. That Three of Pentacles was coming up again. And another deck that Three of Pentacles is like coming together to make money. Coming together to make money. It's like a partnership. I just saw the Ace of Wands, the Six of Swords moving on, and the World card breaking them cycles, and breaking them cycles of people lying to you and not making you a full part of their life, leaving a lot of things out, leaving you out of a lot of areas of their life. They didn't always disclose who they were to you. They didn't trust you. And so Spirit's like, listen. It's like Spirit this time when the Hierophant comes up, listen, I'm going to show you something. Listen, I'm going to show you something. Listen. Listen, I'm going to show you something. And what is our listening posture? Mouth closed, eyes open, spiritual eye open. Mouth closed. Can't talk when you listening. Can't listen when you talking. Listen, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you true love. I'm going to show you true love. You had to love yourself first. We had to wake you up to who you are so you could know who you had to love. It's hard to say, oh, I didn't love myself and I beat myself up about it all this time. It's like, baby, you didn't even know who you was. You have to go back into this inner child and realize this is who we've always been. We're supposed to be like children with God. The Bible tells us that we're supposed to be like children with God. And we witness it all the time. We're supposed to be, this flesh is supposed to be like a child being trained up and being taught. The Hierophant keeps coming up. It's like, I'm teaching. Listen, I'm going to show you something. Listen, I'm going to show you how to be a child again, how to tap into that innocence, that creativity, that fearlessness, that happiness, that emotional intelligence that did not have limits and manipulation in it. It was just free, unbridled, and full throttle. What a kid thought, a kid said, right? So you got to break the habits of feeling like you always did something wrong. Like break the chains that society put on you, that religion put on you, that the church is putting on people, and other people were like putting on spiritual beings, making us feel like it's bad to be who we are. Like it's bad to be, yourself. Like you gotta be some kind of way. It's time to let that go and let it go fast. Move on from that fast. Let go of all those ideas, let it fall apart, and move on from it very fast. That's what spirit is giving. Let go of that ideology quickly. Let it go. Because it's the energy we're supposed to be in. Not out here like I'm on my own, I'm by myself. It's like, no, I'm authentic. Authenticity. It's always gonna be somebody lurking in the shadows, watching an authentic being. Like, what do those goddesses and gods do over there? Nobody's watching this. Anybody looking at the struggle? The revolution will be televised. The struggle ain't televised. Ooh, my little skin sensitive. So yeah, that's why I said the struggle. God finna break that struggle. Look, this struggle, no more. Struggle, no more. It's time to do away with the struggle and become one. Authentic, vulnerable, in this new energy, free and like one with the world. That struggle. Here go that struggle again. Gotta let go of this struggle mindset. Gotta change. Let go is to change. That five, that five of pentacles energy, and I say spirit is like, once that happens, once you break out of this comes. And I'm seeing you're there, but this was the cycle that had to happen. Even before I saw this card, it was a cycle. Because what does the Wheel of Fortune do? It turns. So it's running in a cycle. One complete turn is a cycle, right? And so you're breaking a cycle so that you can have this new beginning. And you're going to feel like this when Spirit hands you that giant coin. You're going to be looking at it like, ooh, what do I do? You know what I do? All them ideas you got during your spiritual awakening, that's where that coin goes. You're supposed to have already written them down and start researching things. You know how much they cost. You know what's what. you know how much it costs. Know how much your wedding costs, girl. Know how much your wedding costs. We need to be friends on Pinterest because I'm going to send you my Pinterest. It's Shanitra B at gmail.com. But if you're on Pinterest, I'm going to send you one. But honestly, you need to know how much that vacation you want costs, the honeymoon you want costs. What do you want, and what does it cost? Write it down. Like Spirit will give it to you. Say, I know my dream wedding is X amount of dollars, and leave room for Spirit to bless you. And it might not even cost half of that. People might step up and be good to you, right? It might be better than you imagine. But imagine something and allow it to manifest. They say, okay, this is what you want. We can do better. Just give us the plans. Write the vision. Habakkuk 2:3. Write the vision. Write the vision. Somebody gonna run with it. Who's gonna run with it? Your spirit team. They gonna pick up the plans and go make it happen. It's like, oh, she gave us orders. Let's go. Imagine everything we needed to do manifestation wise was just write it down, say it out loud so we can believe it. Write it down so they have specific instructions and allow room for blessings to flow in. It can be better than you imagine. because sometimes we don't dream big enough. Write it down so your spirit team can run with it. Say it out loud every day so you can believe it. And you can also manifest the people that are going to help you with it. Because if people know, you keep saying it, people are interested. They want to buy into this. They want to see it happen too now. So there was a lot of people in Dallas who were like that. And so they started buying into my vision of being a life coach and leaving corporate and retiring for corporate in a few years. But it happened sooner than I thought. So that's where I had to leave room for spirit to do it a different way. Life insurance came up, right? So I had another source of income in between coaching and corporate. And wow, it didn't really pan out as another stream of income. I rarely made money in it. It wasn't for me to stick there. Spirit is not going to bless you. He's going to dry up the funds where you're not supposed to be until you go over to where you're supposed to be. That's why Spirit has his hand specifically, has her hand sticking out of the cloud over a piece of land. You got to figure out where their land is and go where they told you to go to get it. So you got to be in the business you're supposed to be in the place you're supposed to be in to get the blessings you're supposed to receive. Your kid keeps saying they hungry and they won't leave the bathroom. They sitting on an arm in a tub pouting. You're not going to bring their dinner in the bathroom. You keep telling me you're hungry. You know, in order to get food, you got to come to where the food is. You want to get fed, come to where the food is. Don't sit in the bathroom crying about being hungry. Come to the kitchen and say you're hungry. You can get fed quicker. You get what you want sooner. We're in the right place, right? So, you want your dream life in mixed company, it ain't coming. You want your spouse to show up in the wrong state of mind and in the wrong energy. You're not loving yourself properly. They ain't coming. And if you want new things to come into your life and you still got a bunch of old stuff clutter, you don't use it, it's broken, it's out of place, things aren't tidy, it ain't coming. It has nowhere to. Where's the energy going to sit? Make room for new energy. So if I'm loving myself, then I've created space for somebody to come in and love me. If I'm hating myself, then I've created a wall for the outside, for everyone who wants to come in and love me. Hatred puts up walls. So hatred can look like self-neglect. It can look like, let me see. I feel like I need to pause this because hopefully they don't stop my video from this music, but I want to share this video. Hatred can look like self-neglect. Confirmation. Just even me not putting my liners in and keeping my word to myself to improve myself after I spent that money, after I know I need to do it, or not setting time to work out, not setting a schedule and sticking to it, setting things and saying, okay, I need to do X, Y, and Z and not doing it. That's neglect. Well, you want love. Love is work, baby. Another human is work. So are we neglecting ourselves and say we're going to make time for somebody else? That is a form of disrespect to yourself. So we got to think about, what do we ask for and do we do it for ourselves? Because how we finna show up and do it for somebody else all of a sudden. Yesterday I went and did X, Y, and Z for X amount of people. And I said, myself is myself and my children. And I said, let me call and check on my son because I done ran here for so-and-so. I done ran here for so-and-so. Let me check on my own damn child. And I was like, I went and took him to pick up a few things from the store, get something to eat. And we tried to get his hair lined up, but they was closed already. So I had gave him the money so he can get his hair lined up the next day. So he was supposed to do it today, but he gonna do it tomorrow. But I was like, wait a minute. I had no problem saying yes and ripping and running and spending all this time for so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. Where the hell is my needs met? And if you get too far in the weeds with doing stuff for your kids, that's when you have to stop and be like, did I do what I need to do for myself? You know, if you start doing stuff for people, let's say outside of your household, you consider your household you and your children, right? So if you start doing more stuff for them than you've done for within your household, then it's like, well, wait a minute, let me take inventory of my time management. Where did I put my time? Yeah, hold up, wait a minute. Is me and mine all right? Because I done took care of everybody else's for them, you know. Let me slow down, hit the brakes. You good? You good? The oldest one, I could be like, make sure he mentally good, you know. That's what he need from me at this point in life. But the younger one, I'm like, hey, you good? You got all your personal items, anything you need for school. Got some money on your cash app. Anything you need to talk about, anywhere that you need to go, what you got coming up. Cause I don't need to know everybody else's schedule more than I know yours. Self-care is selfishness. Like, just make sure you look out for yourself first. Yeah, go help people if you got time. But we gotta prioritize our time like money. Where did I budget it? How much time have I budgeted for the things that I said were important to me versus everything else I've done? Are they even on that list of important things? Because if they're not, then they fall under this miscellaneous category. And if miscellaneous get more time than priority, you out of balance. And that's where spirit gonna be like, balance that shit out right quick. That's not the direction we need to go in. And it's just taking a step back, saying, oh wow, why am I tired? What was I doing? Why did I stay up late? Let me fix that. What was I doing? Okay, was it just me, or me involving my time with somebody else to make me stay up late? Okay, nobody made me stay up late. It's just my own bad habit. So I don't need to start telling anybody no at a certain time, because that would happen if I needed to. But instead, it was like, okay, if I spend too much time watching social media before I bed or something like that, okay, yeah. And then I gotta also look at like, what time am I taking in caffeine and diet pills? I gotta regulate this stuff so I'm not up all night. And what's impeding with my priorities that I said I have to complete in the rising when I rise? What are my priorities when I rise? Spirit, mind, and body. I have to pray, meditate, read something positive, say it out loud, write down things to release it. Once I take some things in, then I release some things, and then I, keep saying my affirmations from there. And then from there I can go into so that's mind and spirit, right? Prayer and meditation, all of that, get your mind right, journal, release things so you don't end up venting to people. In this season, you got to vent to God, you got to journal, you got to say it out loud, you got to go for walks. And then a form of meditation is also exercise, but it gets your body moving and gets your mind right. So that physical affects the mental. When your blood's flowing, you're in a good mood, and a good mood is mental. And so it also keeps your body functioning properly so you can be magical, get that water in, and exercise, do some yoga. You do strength training later in the day or walking later in the day, but get up and do some yoga, like stretch and move everything around. And I was like, I had to get good at that because it's a daily challenge. I got to understand which days I got to give myself grace and which days, whatever. You should be able to write down your routine. And when you're in a relationship, they should be able to be a part of that. There can be some time where you have your prayer closet where you're in there by yourself. But when two become one, it's like, okay, we got to go in a prayer closet. I can't have you stuck in a negative mindset pouring into me. Because what are you going to pour into me now? that you're in this negative mindset. You don't have any way to self-soothe or to self-regulate or to balance yourself out. So what are you pouring into me? I'm gonna need you to get up and get with the program. And so this is something while you're in a courtship and living apart, you can do this on video chat or just check in afterwards and ask how it went. What insights did you gain from spirit that you would like to share with me? But if you can't, you got to marry yourself. I am doing all this work to keep myself in alignment and have a good life and finally move away from stagnant energy. And then it's like I did all this work to live in Beverly Hills, and somebody attached to me is the projects. I'm a work so hard to be Beverly Hills and marry the projects, because the projects refuse to come to Beverly Hills or even come to Glendale. You know what I'm saying? Those are California terms. I don't even know how I know these places, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna work so hard to be Manhattan, and I got somebody who over there trying to be Baton Rouge. Just country booking. Don't want to do this. Just ass backwards. Don't want to evolve. And I'm going to tie myself to them and let them pour into me. And I see ain't shit positive over there. And this is what you want in the morning. This is what you want to do. Spirit gonna be looking at you like, this what you want. This what you want. Like, this what you want. They gonna be looking at you like, you know good damn well you don't want that shit. Put it down. It's like picking up a sucker that don't feel on the ground with all kind of shit stuck on it. They're gonna put it down. Put the damn sucker down. I can rinse it off. All that stuff ain't guaranteed to come off. We got a clean one in the wrapper over here for you. You trying to eat a sucker off the carpet or fill in the dirt. Like you probably be with heaven. Put it down. Don't put that in your mouth. Oh my gosh, it's like taking these these Knight of Cups offers, and it's like Spirit is trying to balance things out. Like you deserve better than that. Don't accept stuff like this. You deserve better than that. Look at this cup. You can have a balanced cup. A balanced cup. You're gonna take this little wobbly up. No, baby. No, that ain't what we got you here for. I'll be like, big, go forth and do something better than that shit. I know you can think higher than that. You more creative than that. That ain't what you supposed to be doing. He all right for somebody don't want nothing. That ain't for you. Okay. I'm still in my hair moment era because I've only worn it down once. This is my second time wearing it down. Yesterday was pent up the whole day. Sometimes we get lonely on that throne. Like I just want to give my cup of love to somebody. She thinking about all the heartbreak she went through to get to this point where she's finally mastered her emotions. She's here now, but shit, she been through a lot. She don't look happy. She look like, damn, I'm tired. Damn, I'm tired. Now here he come. Nope. Baby, just go on the other way. Just go away. I got a headache. I'm staying in today. I'm going within today. With you, I'm going to go without. Seriously, in every way in life. I'm going within. Spirit says go within so you'll never go without. And going with some of these men, I have you going without, honey. That was called my first marriage. Had me going the fuck without. Had me looking at this Queen of Cups, looking at that cup like, I don't know if I want to give it to nobody else. This shit, they didn't sit too well with me them other times. It's like, let me just stay in the house. We just stay in. Let me think about this. Let me think about it. And so it's Spirit keeps saying, I want you to have a good life. You victorious. You're gonna have a good life. You're overcoming all of that stuff. You're having a good life. So put that little dirty sucker down. And for me, it's looking like, any exes that try to pop up in my energy, people in my DMs that focus on, oh, I love you so much, but mention a lot of physical stuff. My birthday came up. I didn't get no edible arrangement. I ain't get shit. I ain't get a phone call. I got a happy birthday on Facebook. Nigga, that ain't love. You in love with me, you would have made sure I had the moon and the stars on my birthday. Even if I had another man, you finna take me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't love. People popping up, I love you. Well, what it look like? What love look like over there? Ghosting me or silent treatment on my birthday? My birthday is important to me. That's Shanitra Day. If you didn't show up for Shanitra Day, Portia, you big stepped on Shanitra Day. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't show up like Portia showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you so. Where the fuck that's coming from? Because, nigga, I couldn't tell. I could tell who love me. I could tell who think about me when I ain't I can tell. It ain't you. And part of me will just read the message and want to placate them like, oh, well, thank you for this. And God's going to send you somebody because, nigga, it ain't me. But I need to be like, queen of, I need to be more Queen of Wands on that ass. Like a little fire up under him. What love look like over there? What love look like over there? It's an action to me. It's not it's not a thought, it's an action. Love is an action. People who love you gonna make sure you good. People gonna pour into you with their time and their money. Period. They time and they money. Period. So if time look like sitting quiet just because you won't be by yourself while you're going through it, if time look like sitting and pouring into you with what I got, or if time look like me sitting there and listening to you so you can have a safe place to release all those things so you don't have to carry them and you can feel like somebody see you or hear you, then I got time for you. If I love you. But don't hop up in my DMs talking about you in love with me and mentioning physical shit. And where the love at? Show me some love. I'm in Missouri. This is the show me state. Show me some love. What you got that you gave me? You ain't gave me no time, no energy, no nothing. And that's why I make people. Spirit told me when I was on TikTok, make them come in and do something. Motherfuckers just come in begging. Who the fuck is you? Hi. Don't let motherfuckers treat you like that nowhere. Not on the internet, not in person, not no little kid in your family, not nobody gonna treat you like that. Make motherfuckers respect you the same way you be respecting them. I greet people. If I can't be of service in some kind of way, or if it can't be some kind of energy exchange, I leave you the fuck alone. If I can't do right by you, I'm gonna leave you alone. But I'm not gonna ignore a presence in my energy. I'm going to greet you. Hello, divine being. I see you. You know what I'm saying? And the people who get it. Because it's like, I was in Florissant, which is in North County. I had my first house in my 20s was over there when I was married. I bought my house over there. So this is my old neighborhood, right? From 20 years ago. Just being at the event at the Deerbergs, I was just to say the older women, the older black women, a lot of older black women are in that neighborhood. Of course, they going to look at you and speak to you. You get these people out here now, they looking like, I don't know. I don't know if I should speak to you. That's that Nine of Pentacles. That's that earth energy one way versus the abundant earth energy and that skeptical negative. condescending kind of nerd. She got something black in her hand. And what did the Nine of Pentacles have in her hand? Let me see if I can see. She had something green in her hand. You see what I'm saying? It's like, show me your hand. And so I'm like, you gonna teach people how to treat you one way or another. You gonna be a doormat and let them come and do and say whatever. Do and say whatever. You gonna keep showing up for people who said they don't need you for shit. You gonna show them how to treat you, and y'all learn to cut that shit off. Let them figure it out. Let them figure it out. Look, and God said you're gonna block your own blessing going to sit in somebody's karma that was caused by them mistreating you. You see what I'm saying? Don't go block don't stop somebody from having their tower moment, because it's gonna block your blessing. You over here, you can't be over here. You're one being. Either you gonna sit over there and help them in a tower moment, or you gonna be over here receiving. Somebody need to be here. There ain't nobody in that field. You need to get to it. You can't help nobody. You go save people from their karma every time. It's gonna be on you. Everything is fine, and you're gonna have to end that cycle. End that cycle, and so it takes some being strong. It takes a lot of strength too. Leo energy. So the point with that is when people mistreat you and spirits tell you to go, don't go back, because you're gonna sit in the karma that they had coming from you for mistreating you. Because you don't believe God gonna make people pay for mistreating you. Watch and see. Watch God. I said spin the block, and look what came up. The Wheel of Fortune. Spin the block. Is what goes up must come down. They're gonna fall on that ass. I'm getting Temperance. It's gonna be slippery. It's gonna be slippery. But you gonna have to, like, God is like, you gonna prevail. Don't go back and help a motherfucker that said that you know what they said about you. Don't spin the block. Don't go sit in the karmic energy. Don't keep offering to do shit when they don't need nobody. Let them figure this shit out. Sit over like this. I want a deck where I'm like all the queens and the empress. Just a photo shoot. I would like to do a tarot photo shoot. That would be cool. That would be cool. A tarot themed, like, photo shoot kind of thing. You know how they create them backdrops and stuff? Like a little backdrop box you can actually stand in and take pictures. I saw somebody was doing it. They do it with foil backgrounds and a bunch of balloons in that same color, and maybe a little banner or some lights or some words and letters. And they'll have a little box around that, and they'll have those at corporate events, and they'll rent them out. They'll drop them off and pick them up, different colors. They said that was a business I did in another country. I was like, the logistics for building those out and creating it, and then having a team of people to do that, plus go drop them off and pick them up at multiple locations on maybe even the same day, and having a truck and stuff to move that stuff around. Like, that's a real business, even if you just renting U-Hauls to go do it at first. So I was just like, Spirit was like, not right here and not like that. This is for that. There's a time and a place for everything. So don't beat yourself up thinking that all the great things that Spirit showed you on your awakening are supposed to happen at this time in this place. They're meant for another time and another place that you're going into. And this is your preparation time for that. Right? This is you, like, about to have that new beginning. about to like contemplating everything you've turned your back on, backs to this. So it's like contemplating everything that you've left behind and looking out on the horizon like, here we go. I'm about to do it. That kind of energy. Because when you're all growed up, like Rugrats, and you're all growed up, that's what Chucky used to say, you're going to have some growed up money. So, yeah, I say some growed up money. Can't deny what's coming. Can't deny the energy. But we need to learn the spiritual rituals, the rituals. What I say? The rituals. Learn the rituals of money, Spirit said. Learn the rituals. Stay in the rituals. All the things you did in this season, in this single season where Spirit isolated you to talk to you, to teach you. This was your season of isolation, not to keep you single, not to this, not to that. I needed to, hey, whoa, come here. And he talked to you like, am I in trouble? I don't want to talk right now. Can we talk later? No, I need to talk to you right now. You're actually this divine being, and who you are is about to take over what you do. You're no longer going to walk around disconnected from your higher self. You're now going to connect. Your higher self is going to tether down into your mind, and you're going to do what your higher self says to do. So what you're hearing and feeling is you. It is you on the spiritual level. It is now going to control your mental. You're not going to go in reverse like you've been doing and let your physical feelings from all the food and stimulus on this planet control your mental. You're not going to let how you feel physically control what you think and ultimately do again. Now your higher self is taking over the reins and sitting in that control seat, and that's called your spiritual awakening. You're in alignment with who you are and what you were called to do, not who you've been and what you've reacted to your whole life. Now you're proactive. This is the proactive portion of life after the spiritual awakening, is to get us to go from reactive beings who are sleeping to proactive spiritual beings who have an agenda from day one with this body. We just let the body acclimate to earth and go through its karmic lessons and cycles so that when I come on board and I take the reins, all the stuff you've been through has been training for what I got for us to do. We had to let it happen. Okay? We had to let it happen that way. Didn't feel good, but I had to be disconnected and like watching from a distance. I can only poke in and step in here and there. I had to let that body respond to its environment, its stimulus. I had to let you learn the lessons. I had to let you feel the things. I had to let you accumulate this knowledge this way, these lessons this way. So now when we take over, oh, all the times that blah, 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 blah. Yes, it wasn't happening to you. It was happening for you to have a basis, a guideline, some experience when you start your real role, your real job on earth. You thought all this stuff was your duty and your confirmation, your duty and your responsibility and the this and the that. None of that was the plan. That was not the end goal. You getting a job, you being a manager, you being a mom, you marrying so and so. That was never the end goal. That was a means to get you lessons and experience for the end goal. The end goal is for you to walk in your purpose and help raise this planet to Christ consciousness, raise the vibration here. That was the end goal. How you're going to do it is this way. That's why your life went like this, because you're going to do it this way. And all those lessons you've learned are going to give you the confidence and reassurance. And it was the training for a time such as this. It was training for the real job. Okay? So now you're out here doing it. You was like, yep, everything I went through has prepared me for this moment. All them jobs I hated, all them people I had to deal with, I've learned so many skill sets. I've learned so much about relationships, about myself, how I feel, what I think. I've been all over the emotional spectrum, all the way to the gutter. You know, I've had so many karmic relationships, and then I've had some really good ones. And then everything started over, everything went away, and some things held on too long, and some things went like this. And now you get it. You've built up your spiritual vocabulary, so to speak. So when it's time to say the words, you have all of the words to say. You've been through so much, you've experienced so much. How could you not let it out? And the testimony is really just going to be like how I got through it for a time such as this. I didn't know that when I was getting my head knocked between the washer and the dryer, it was going to help some other woman later on to stand up before she even got to that point with him. She's going to recognize the signs of a abusive narcissist. She's going to love herself a bit more before she even puts herself. She's going to recognize she's repeating the relationship she had with her parents in her relationship with men. He's going to recognize he's repeating the relationships he had with his parents when he's picking his women. He's going to realize what spirit is following him, and that the whole time it was a spirit. I am going to help raise the vibration because I'm going to help wake people up and teach them how to live a harmonious, a balanced life as their higher self. Let your higher self latch onto your mind and take seat. Let the spirit take root into the body so that you can live a better life sooner. There are some lessons we don't have to learn, and there's some lessons we have to learn 15 times until we just finally let go of that ideal. Honestly, by age 15, you probably seen enough. If you had the karmic route into this planet, by age 15, you've seen enough typically. Especially like me growing up in the hood. You've seen enough by a certain age to where you ain't got to keep going through this shit to age 40. Let me wake up now. Let me get out here and do what. Let's get this. Let me do my part now. Let's get this on the roll now. Okay. So, and it just becomes this 1, 2, 3 for the amount of time I've been on here, an hour and 23 minutes. It's just like, let me just go ahead and wake up now. Let me go on and do my part now. Let me experience the good life now. Let me make the transition from walking in the dark to walking in the light now. Let's not put it off for later. There's work I can do now. There's somebody here to help me now. Even I tried to, try to understand why I was overweight for so long after I had my second son. After the second son. Not after the first one. Not even after the second one. It was after he was some years old that I actually gained the weight and held on to 300 pounds for years before I finally realized how it was an emotional thing. It was a spiritual thing. It's a relationship thing. Everything is you in relation to something. It's your mind in relation to your higher self in relation to the Holy Spirit and your spirit team. Who are you listening to? What is the relationship between spirit and mind? What's the relationship between the mind and the body? What's the relationship between this body and other bodies? Relationship. And it all came down from spiritual downloads. And when the spirit wasn't in it at the beginning, my relationship with this body is in relationship to other bodies in accordance to my mind, which is under the wheel of my spirit, which is in relationship to the Holy Spirit and my spirit guides. So now, whatever relationships I have physically have manifested from above to below, as above, so below. If your spirit ain't in the seat controlling the mind, the body is gonna be out here damn near prostituting, okay? On drugs. Doing all kind of crazy stuff. Your damn show ain't gonna be no profit. You gonna be out here learning your karmic lessons, and then God gonna clean you up, and you gonna use all this stuff for later. Period. Your twin flame will be in reverse. And then profit just went in reverse. But you understand? There's just certain relationships you won't have until you are the person, like, till your spirit can communicate spirit to spirit. Until you're allowing that to happen in your life. Until you're willing to be like, okay, let's let my higher self take over for the rest of this journey. And let's stop running into walls and bumping my head. And let me go ahead and walk in the light. Let me go ahead and get up and do the work. Let me do the work. Let me go on this spiritual journey. Let me have this awakening. Let me have this dark night of the soul. Let me train myself and show myself worthy and approved. Let me go ahead and get to the point where I can live my life and walk in purpose with my divine counterpart, my soul tribe, all the people who are meant to be around me. I think a lot of people miss that. Like, it ain't just about you getting married. It's a whole tribe of people that you're a part of on this planet that you could be doing things with. Yeah, you could. Excuse me. Doing things with and making a life better. Just living a better life. Living a better life. And it's like you just got to get on the other side of religion, spiritual confirmation, religion, spirituality. Just do the work. So you can have your moments where you ain't connected with the Most High, and you do feel that I'm gonna dance in the rain. I'm gonna have joy in my heart, and you releasing all the trauma bonds and realizing what they were and who you have them with, and so that you can stop going forward in life. You can divorce that spirit, right, and realize your royalty, and actually attract that twin flame. Once you realize I'm my higher self, right? Then you can do the work that you were called to do together. You're not each other's project. You're two divine beings coming together, making something happen. You're not each other's project, but your purpose is the project. Your purpose together this lifetime is the project. Okay? And there's no children required in the back, in reverse. Baby, don't think that. Don't think that. The spirit said, don't think. don't think that. You gonna have some. Because one of these rituals that you do in marriage, one of these marriage rituals that you be doing, it's gonna have you some kids. It's gonna have you some kids. One way or another. Your love could be so abundant that you feel like, let's adopt a child and raise them together. They don't have to have our DNA. Let's just pour our love into somebody else on this planet. Let's go get a confirmation. Even if you have your own, let's go get a child out of the foster care system. And let's give this soul a better chance. Let's show this soul some love. Let's go get one of these babies. More people need to do that. Instead of all the bad people going to get them, and giving these children such a hard time. And so, just like we have enough love to give to some more children. Let's fill our house up. Low. And like just let love flow through your house. Let it flow through your marriage. Let it flow through you. So that if that man or that woman were not there today or tomorrow, you still feel worthy of everything that God gave you. And it's not just because you're so and so's wife or so and so's husband, or you built this life with so and so. It's not a status thing, it's an intrinsic value inside of you. And that's why you had to realize I'm royalty. The dynasty continues. I have to get up and continue this legacy of what we built. And if there's another divine counterpart that's going to come in like a marathon, and that baton's going to be handed off to them, then we're going to go. But we're going to get up every day and go regardless. Right? That's a healthy love. We're here in these bodies, flesh and blood, but we're joined at the spirit because that's our destiny. However, if there's a part of life where you and I aren't in it together on this planet, just know we're still spiritually connected. I'm divinely guiding you. Right? Don't be afraid to accept another soul connection in this lifetime. Don't sit miserable. Don't die with me. Don't die with me. Live, continue everything we built. Let somebody come in and help you. You should want somebody to come in and help me. Live life. You're on the planet. Live life. Something happened significantly before around November 21st. Something was significant about yesterday. And it's concerning, we're talking about divine counterparts. So something concerning a divine counterpart was significant yesterday. You might not have had an exchange of words or a physical encounter. You might not have talked to each other, seen each other, or nothing like that. But somebody made their mind up about you in terms of this is what God is showing them. Somebody's divine counterpart got with the program. And it's like they know. They know. A man needs to know first, because he's got to do all the work in pursuing. And then the divine feminine is going to sit at the top of that mountain. After God just told him to just climb that mountain and go get her, it's her. She's the one at the top of that mountain. This is why you need to go up there and climb that mountain and get her. And that's that Three of Pentacles energy. He's sitting there. God is telling him how to get you. God is telling, and one person's drawing, the other person's naked. So you're sitting at the top of the mountain, vulnerable, waiting. Don't even realize it. Your spirit is wide open to him. God has shown him you. And so your spirit is wide open to him. Somebody being nosy. I got a monitoring spirit. Let me light another incense. So yeah. It's almost like you on the stage being drawn, and you don't know who's drawing you. You don't know they're getting instruction from God. You don't know who's studying you. Your curves, your lines, your this, your that, every little thing about you. All the intimate details of you. It's like you sitting there, spirit has allowed you to be open and vulnerable in front of them. So that's a part of your authenticity showing up, and they're watching you. You don't know God led them to you to watch you, and they're studying everything about you. Yep. Some days I be really secure and calm, Portia, settled in my gift. And other days I be such a fangirl, like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I got issues. Confirmation. Let me sit by Cellulite on the laptop. Had some Chinese food tonight. I had the same